Well, it's stamp time again. Today I'm going to be stamping numbers on the soles of some irons. I don't know how many of you run across the need to stamp soles. Stamping on the back of the club's been a lot more popular than coming in and stamping on soles. But in my line of work, I've got to do it all the time. So I went ahead and created a little jig here using machinist's vise that is not adjustable. I welded a panel in here with some support brackets. And then using nylon and some aluminum, I created a little holder here. I've got magnets back here, some protective tape, and this slides right into the machinist's vise. I've got it mounted on an anvil, and I can come in and tighten this from the rear, and as this tightens, it locks in the base of my stamping jig and puts pressure on the back side of the club head so that we have no movement. I've talked about it before. Getting your stamp bouncing around on the surface you're trying to put the impression on and getting chatter lines is what you're ultimately trying to avoid. Now, when I come to stamping a sole number, I'll make sure I've got the appropriate stamp. I always mark on the head what I want to stamp. So this is going to be a 4-iron. I got my 4 stamp. I've got my little cheater lines, one on the bottom, one on the top, so that I can come in and align this stamp with my marking on the club head. And then with these number stamps, it takes numerous impressions. Trying to do it just once and getting a good stamp is not very easy. As you can see, I'm using a lot more force than I do on my smaller stamps. And a lot more repetition in trying to get the number into the sole. You see a little bit of marking up around the sole number on here. I'll come in and I'll kind of clean that up on a belt or a wheel. The important thing is getting the stamp deep enough of an impression so that this will hold paint fill for a very long time. You don't want to get it so shallow that the paint fill is going to come out after the first round of golf. So we want to get this impression super deep, and subsequently that's why I'm using the anvil here instead of doing this over a counter, because it provides the best impression and energy transfer from the hammer into the club head. And so now you can see I've got the number 4 in there. Got a little bit of cleanup to do around the area, but on a belt that'll clean up very easily. We'll show you what the finished club head looks like here in a sec. There you go, ready for the paint fill.